Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I am all up in your face today. I'm actually going to attempt to do the makeup video that I have been wanting to do. This is a Halloween FX zombie kind of do-it-yourself kind of. So we're just going to start because this may be a long video. I will pause it when I can to try to speed up the process. There are some things that you are going to need before you get started. So I'll show you some of that stuff. You're going to need Elmer's glue. You're going to need toilet paper and cut them up in squares. You're going to need some brushes. Maybe use some old brushes, but you could, since you are using Elmer's glue, you could always use your makeup brushes. But I always use brushes that either don't use anymore or have spare brushes. You're gonna need a couple of eyeshadow palettes, maybe something that you don't use anymore. That's why I always save my makeup. I never really throw out my makeup even if it's old because it always comes up in this situation. Maybe some, oh, there we go. Some foundation. You also want to go lighter than your skin color. Now you could use this stuff. Now this is the stuff that you can buy at like Party City and, oh my God, what's that Halloween store? I can't think of it right now, but, this is like the scar stuff where you put on your face and it's supposed to like, listen, I've used this stuff. It doesn't stick to my face. I hated it. Toilet paper actually worked way better for me. You want to use the colors that you're definitely going to need are purple, yellow, green, black. You could use blue. It will make sense. I promise you. You could always have something like this on the side. You're going to need some fake blood. But that's just also just to have that handy. You're also going to need a hairdryer. And I'll explain that in a minute. So you also, I would suggest having a clean makeup sponge, if you can. So I'm going to take, just to make it easy for me, I'm going to pour some of the glue onto a plate to make it easier. Now, to get started, you're going to want to, I do have a light layer of makeup on. I didn't overdo it. I haven't really decided yet how I'm going to go with it. I'm thinking of doing like an eye slit, so it can look like my eye is, you know, like cut from here to here. Also, I'm going to show you how to do the holes, the holes are something that you always see in like a zombie face where the skin is decaying. So we're just going to start. So I'm going to put some glue on the brush and apply it to my face. Now this is going to take a while and it does feel weird. But remember, this is probably only going to be for like a day. So you take some paper, some tissue paper, and you're just going to play it on. Now, if it doesn't stay like on, that's fine. You just kind of want to get it on your face. That's why I had so many sheets, is because I don't know exactly how this was going to go. So we got one. Now you're going to need quite a few layers. So if it comes off, that is fine. Do not worry. This is something that you just kind of go with as you're going. Now, in between each layer, you're going to need to blow dry it. Let me see if I can. It does dry pretty fast. It's Elmer's glue. So basically, you're gonna do this for quite a few layers. So I'm gonna do another layer, and then I'm just gonna keep doing it, and I might pause it so we're not wasting too much time. So you put more glue. More tissue. Put some glue on top of the tissue as well. And don't worry, do not be stingy with this glue here. Now, as it's building, the edges will blend into the skin, and that's what you want because that's what makes it look like a part of your skin. So you want to blend out those edges right here. Which, while we're drying it, I'm just going to do a side piece right here as well. This is going to be actually very quick. So I'm just going to... That way I can dry 2 pieces at one time and I'm not... Oop. It does not have to be perfect. You just kind of want to build it. Oh, that piece might be a little too big. Oh, there we go. So it will definitely look way better as you go. So again, you're going to hit it with the blow dryer. So just give me a second and I'll be right back. Okay. So you just want to keep layer, 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 layer. Now you could also just do little layers, like little pieces of sheets, if that makes you control it easier. The reason why you want to get a lot of layers, I mean, this is 1-ply toilet paper. Oh, I do want to mention, don't use the quilted kind. Use like the 1-ply Scott tissues. Those are going to work so much better. This is probably maybe the most time-consuming part, is the building of tissue on the skin. But the end result is awesome. Let me try to cheat here and maybe add another layer while it's still wet. Let me see if I can cheat a little bit. Usually it's better to wait until they dry, because you don't want to take off too much if it starts sticking to the brush. You want to blend those edges out. Try to get them as flat as you can to your skin. And if they're not flat, do not worry. Zombie skins aren't perfect. Alright, so I'm going to pause it again and hit it with the hairdryer. Alright, so after this one, I am going to pause it until I have the desired amount of layers that I want on. And the reason why I want a big amount of layers is because what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut this and make it look like, ooh, make it look like it's tearing open, because you're gonna give your skin a 3D effect of ripping open. So that's why I'm applying more layers. Now, if you want, now this is the texture of like rotted skin right here. So if you just want to have like rotted skin, all you have to do is do maybe like, what was that? Maybe 4 or 5 sheets. And that gives you the desired effect of just rotted skin. But I wanted to show you a little something else. So I'm just going to apply maybe a few more layers, less than this side. But you could leave this like this and then start the next process over. So I'm going to apply this one. And then when I pause it, I will be back when I have the desired amount that I want on there. So like I said, it is going to be thicker than the other side. And if you are doing this to children, my son was awesome. He did not move. He was very cool. He didn't like move around or anything. But if you are gonna do this to a child, I would recommend that you either give them something to like maybe your phone or tablet or something to maybe catch their distraction, because this is a tedious, this is something that does take a while, and you do not want them moving. And I also do kind of recommend not to kind of do, like, this is on me because I'm an adult, but I would try to avoid going close to the eye, because with the child, when they see a brush going to their face, especially near their eye, they have a reflex of doing that, and you don't want to accidentally get their skin. I mean their eye, I'm so sorry. Like I said, this is kind of like a long process. So please take your time. This is something that you do not want to rush. I'm still trying to cheat here. I actually think I'm going to do like at least 2 more layers, and I think I'm going to have what I want. But you guys get the idea of pretty much just layering the toilet paper on. So I'm going to pause this for you guys so you can, because like I said, guys, this is going to be pretty long, and I don't want you guys just sitting here watching me put glue on my face. So I'm just going to pause it for now. And I will be back when I'm all dried and ready for step 2. Okay? Okay, so what I did was, before it completely dries, you want to kind of like, this is where you're going to start separating this. And this is what's going to look like the skin that's ripping open. Now, before I go ahead and show you, you want to take like a blunt, maybe like the end of it, because you don't want to poke yourself. But maybe, is this one smaller? Oh, okay, this one's smaller. What you want to do is like, because it's not completely dry, so you're going to take that and you're going to make like these little holes. Just like that. And this is where it's going to make like the skin is rotted up. Okay. So now that you've kind of got your split there happening, now I didn't want to freak anybody out with how they did this. Just be very careful. And this is why I said don't do it to the kids. Because I had to take like a little something sharp and just get the top going so I can get, because this is still very wet. And do not apply the makeup yet until that is dry. I did also add something up here just to continue the look. So I'm going to hit it with the blow dryer again and get this middle part dry. And that's also because I cheated. So that's why it's still a little wet. But you also did want to get the splits and everything before it completely dries. I don't think I have enough room up here. Maybe. Yeah, we can add a little hole up there. Alright, so hit that with the blow dryer and make sure it is completely dry before you start applying the makeup. Okay? Be right back. Alrighty. So, I have a few, I have some mineral foundation. I have some regular foundation. I do have some liquid left. You want to kind of be very careful with the liquid because with the liquid, it may start moving the toilet paper. So I would suggest maybe sticking with the powder. So this is a mineral foundation and you're just going to pat it. You're going to pat the paper towel. Well, the toilet paper, really. Let me use this. So you can give the skin, well, the appearance of skin look. The idea is to get the white out. This is definitely something that is going to take a while to do. It is taking to it. Let's try a different one. Let's see if this one. We're having some success here with this one. As you can see, the white has already started to turn colors. Which is fine because this is not going to stay this color. You're going to be adding a lot more to it. So do not fret that you're not covering it all the way. You just kind of want to get a base of it. We could try the liquid. Now, the liquid will definitely cover a lot better. But again, you don't kind of want to like start getting the paper all wet. So that's why we're going to try powder first. Which I don't want to start making this look too rounded. Let's go with some color, with some liquid. See, this is kind of thick. I'm sorry, I did wash the brush before I started. This is the Almay. It's the one that it's white, but then it turns your skin color. I do also have this one. Let's see if I have any more left. This is the CoverGirl Olay. I was looking for the one that I had, but I think I did finish it when we did our costumes for Comic-Con. It was the CoverGirl Liquid, and it was like really liquidy, and that one was the best one because this is a little bit too thick. But if I put this on, it may give me like the paper a better like adhesion to the paper. So let's try that. We're just gonna put a little bit on. And before I started, I did moisturize my face, by the way. Don't forget to do that. Because this is going to feel very dry on your skin. It's actually going to feel very uncomfortable for a little bit. So you're going to want to try to make your face as comfortable as possible. So we're getting the foundation onto the paper. And now let's go back with that powder and hit it again. Oh yeah, that's sticking much better. I do recommend wearing a shirt that you're not worried about getting makeup on. Alright, so you see how it's starting to look way better? It's starting to blend in. So we are getting there. Let's go back with that mineral. Just want to be very careful next to the eye. So we're gonna do something else to the paper, so you're not gonna just see like skin color. So this is just like our first base color. And you just want to blend that in. Okay. Okay, so you're starting to see how it looks like rotted skin, right? And we've got this, how it looks like holes into the skin. Now this one's going to be the tricky one because you got to get the pieces that are right here, which I'm having a little issue with that right there, not really catching the color. But that's okay because we're not sticking with the flesh color. So we're just going to keep that. Okay. Let's try to move on from that. Oh, wait, what is this? Okay, I found another foundation. So let's just add that on there too. Like I said, you don't kind of like want necessarily your nice clothes on when you're doing this. I just put on a regular shirt. You see I got makeup all over it. That's because I knew how messy it was going to be. Stuff's just flying everywhere. It's just flying everywhere. Well, this one's a mineral, that's why. But it did give a better coverage too, so it's an additional. Okay, so as you can see, it started looking like skin. But rotted skin doesn't look like this. Okay, so the next step is we're going to have to add bruising and depth. So the way you want to do that, oh my goodness, let me just move some of this out of the way. Now the way you can create bruising and depth is by using the colors I was talking about before, which is green, blues, purples, stuff that resemble bruising. Now, you can take the green and dab it around the holes. Just dab it there. And just dab it. You're not going to go like completely crazy. You're just dabbing it. We're going to go like this. Don't worry about anything that you can't, like this you can blend in when you're done. Blending it down and stuff. So we're just taking the green and putting it on this, okay? And wipe off your brush. Then maybe some blues. Not too much. This one's actually pretty darn intense. So I'm just gonna add a little blue. Not too much. Yellow. Starting to see that? I'm telling you, what's really going to make this pop is your coloring. As long as you use the right colors, you're going to make this pop and look really creepy. I'm lightly touching this just to... All right, are we starting to see rot here? Now, purple is going to be the color that you put on, but the color that you blend out, because you don't want to make that purple. Oh my God, I got makeup all in my hair. I should have put a scarf on. But purple is going to be that color that you bring out around the skin as well, because that's what a bruise ends up looking like. So when you see this purple go on, you're going to see the dramatic difference I was talking about. And it's all pats. Unless you feel like you put a little bit too much, you can always, sweep it away. But pat it. Pat it is going to be the best. And again, you're not going to stay on the paper. You're going to go around, like, more up around it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to use this one real quick. See how I'm bringing that purple down into my chin and it's starting to look like a bruise? That's what you want. You can add a little purple under your eye as well. You know what? You can actually mix a little bit of purple and green and get that under your eye like that. Blend it. Which I'm going to come back and we're going to fix that. But this is a big area. So we want to kind of like get that. If you feel it's too purple, go back. Just literally mix all four together. Just get that all in there. Look at that. Huh? Isn't that cool? Alright. The purple really sets it that it looks like a bruised, rotted skin. And we are not even finished yet, so that's how cool it is. I think I'm going to go to the store and get coffee after I'm done with this. I think I'm just going to go freak somebody out. I think I want to grab an angled brush. Because, there we go. when I did this for my son, he went to his dance, and his age group was actually the next party, but because we were there with my other two sons, and we didn't want to I didn't want to leave them. My son went with us, and he went with his makeup, and he was scaring all the little kids. They saw his face, they ran away. And you know what? My son is so darn, kind-hearted that he felt terrible. He was like, I didn't mean to scare them, Mom. And I was like, I know. Now, this, don't worry about this because we're going to come back to that. This and the holes, we're going to come back to that to add the depth to it. The hardest part is covering the toilet paper and making it look as if it is a part of your skin. So I just used the one palette. I literally have so many makeup palettes here that I could choose different colors, which we're going to get into that. We can use this little taupe color, some brown, maybe a little dark brown, some of that burnt sienna, just to add a little darkness to it. I do love this one. I used this entire palette for Comic-Con, and I barely used anything else. So it was really awesome that I didn't have to go to multiple palettes, but we're just gonna mess around. This is all trial and error. The only reason why I even know how to do it better now is because this is probably my 4th time doing it, which is not really a lot, but I know how to do it now. This is my 4th time. You see how I'm adding that dark brown, so it's kind of bringing that that foundation down a little bit. Blotch it. Don't rub it. Pat it in, because that's what makes it look more like dead, rotted skin more than anything else. I'm gonna fix that. That's too blue for me, so I kind of want to fix this, even though it's not really a part of the toilet paper. We're just gonna fix that anyway. So again, I'm using this. I'm using this brownish gray, this brown, and this kind of coppery brown. I'm using all 3. And again, this is a palette that I don't use anymore. I have few mirrors set up so I can look in different directions. So if I'm not looking at you guys, I'm just trying to get it as... I know, you know what, guys? I know this is a big video, but I wanted to show you the entire process because it does take a long time, and I feel like the makeup is the key. It's the key part of the whole thing. I'm going to go with a smaller brush in a minute. Because if you don't get you can add as much toilet paper to your face as you want. If you don't get the blending right or the colors right, it's not going to look right at all. Oh, I almost got some in my eye. Remember, go like this on the flaps because you want to kind of get both sides of the flaps, which I didn't actually do that, so that was a mistake I made. So now that blue and that green mixed with this brown is really giving the appearance of rotted skin. So you want to kind of like bring that down. Guys, don't forget about your neck too. Which this is also a good idea if you want to make like vampire bites. You can kind of do like the 2 holes. So after you blotch it, just give it a quick blend. Nothing fancy. Add a little purple. But as long as you keep patting it, it's gonna give it the look of broken blood cells, or blood vessels, I should say. And it's okay, get into your hair. I'm washing my hair today anyway, so. So, that looks freaking creepy, doesn't it? It looks pretty darn good to me. It's up to you if you want to add like a nicer kind of eye. I would go with more darker. Okay, I don't know why I'm not having an issue with that black right there. It's not really going, but... You guys pretty much get the idea. Of how that looks. I think the piece sticking out is the hardest piece to color. But as long as you don't rush it, you know, take your time. Oh, let me get a smaller brush and do that. This will do. is probably going to take so long to upload to YouTube. Yeah, that was a little shiny. I wish that wasn't that shiny. I wish I didn't do that. But that's okay. Greatest thing, you can go right over it. So, okay, in a nutshell, because we've been watching me blend for like 20 minutes now. So, it's basically your preference and how you think, if you like it, if you don't like it. If you want to add more. And not just that, but how you want it colored. You don't have to go as dramatic as this, but you get the idea. So, okay. Now, I'm having an issue with my black, which I do have a better black. Hold on. Oh, I got a whole big palette right here I can use. My huge palette, actually. You want to get a black that is not glittery. So you want to get this black, and the black is only going to go where we did the holes. Now that's not really going on as I'd like. This is the tricky part, guys. Because first we're going to go with shadow, and then we're going to go with the liner. But by adding black, you're adding depth to the holes. And the rip. No. I might just use a little bit more. You can also take this red, like a reddish, like a maroon color, and get that in there too. You want to get the all around the sides. Get everywhere that's in the slit or the hole. I definitely could do some more blending, as you can see. I'm just trying to make this a little quicker, so I'm a little rushing through it. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to show you guys everything. But blending is probably the best thing you can do. Like, that's going to annoy me. I'm going to fix that. I'm totally gonna go to the store and get makeup like, get coffee like this. Okay. So I got a nice bruise color happening over here. Okay. Now, what you can do is, I'm sorry guys, I have powder everywhere. Okay, so take a black eyeliner and just get in that hole. Get in there. What you're going to do is that when you put the fake blood... Uh-oh. I lifted that up too much. That's okay. That's because I'm using the camera. When you have the black underneath the fake blood, it makes it look so creepy. Which is the whole point. Right? So make sure that this is lift up and that you got all the color that you could think of and that you could want. Go around, fix anything that you want to. Okay. Now, I also do have some black, and I got some of that cream from the Halloween makeup. So I can add that as well, which will give me a good black undertone. Okay, I'm going to just wipe that off because I'm going to go with the red over it. Now this is that cream palette. And I'm just going to go over that. Blend that out with your finger. Oh! Blending the red out makes it look like the broken blood vessels. So if you want to just rub it in lightly. Be very careful with this stuff because this is the kind of stuff that it stains and it's a pain in the ass to get off. So since it's mixed with the black, it kind of looks a little like bruising. Final touches. Which we're using that very sparingly. So you can go with a sponge and just like blend it out. Take the sponge and do the sponge, not with a brush, when it comes to your eye. You bring that up into the eye. Now, do you see how it looks like it's, very careful, guys, please. You can also go back with a brush and just blend that cream out. Just be very careful with your eyes. Oh, you guys are amazing for sticking with me. Going on an hour. I think in the end it's all worth it. You just take that and blend that into your neck. Yeah, that looks pretty darn good. Now, the finishing touches will be blood. I think I have one opened actually. Yeah. So you're going to want to take blood and very carefully put it only in the holes. And since we're making our eye look like it's torn up, now once you add the fake blood, everything comes together. Because what you may not see on camera is the reflection that the fake blood gives. That sets that black background that we did. Drippy drip. All right. So, that is my little tiny tutorial on how to create a zombie-ish look with everyday stuff that you could find in your home. You can continue blending and blending and blending until you're happy, which I recommend. So if like you're in a rush, I wouldn't do it. I would only do this if you had the time. But you know what? Let me hit that with the dryer. Oh, that looks cool. All right. So I know I got makeup in my hair, but not bad. Oh, that looks so terrifying. Oh my God, I should go wake up Dominic like this. So, what do you guys think? Ta-da! I think it looks pretty darn cool. Oh my God, that mirror makes it look terrifying. I'm thinking like, oh, is it the light? Maybe it's the light, I'm not sure, but it looks friggin' terrifying in that camera. Holy shit. That looks pretty darn cool. All right, guys. So, actually, I was able to do it. I'm surprised. I thought I would only be able to do it on my son, but I did it to myself, and I think I like it. This is something that, as you can see, let me give you a little side view. The toilet paper extends the skin out, so it makes it look like this is torn open. And as far as my other cheek, so again, like all this right here, I can continue to blend, but we've already passed an hour. I'm hoping I can even upload it to YouTube and it won't give me a problem. But I hope this helped you guys. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I had fun doing this. I ain't gonna lie, this is pretty darn fun. I think this looks pretty awesome. I really like the whole idea. I'm actually gonna go to the store right now and go get some coffee, just the way I am. And see what they say. Oh God, this is great. It looks good. I like it. So yeah, if you like it, give me a thumbs up or comment down below. Or if you have a technique, if you want to share it, put it down in the comments. I hope you guys like this. I hope this helps do any kind of zombie makeup for Halloween. And thank you guys for watching and have a great Halloween. Mwah! I love you guys. Bye.